Coming up on 8:11 here on this Thursday morning, time to check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live right now. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning. Okay, so we have to talk about some aftermath from the Emmys this week.
Drama.
So this was one of those moments during the award show that kind of left everyone going, huh? Quinta Brunson actually got an apology from Jimmy Kimmel over what happened when she accepted her award at the Emmys. So walk us through kind of the fallout here.
Yeah, so basically it was a very cringe moment. Jimmy Kimmel had just lost an Emmy for the 13th year running. Him and Will Arnett come out and they try to do this joke like Jimmy had too much to drink and he's passed out. And so after they call Quinta Brunson to come up to accept her Emmy, she gives Jimmy Kimmel the perfect out. And she goes, Jimmy, I won. You can go now. You know, like you can wake up. And he doesn't. He just lays there. And so the internet got really mad because they were like, you are stealing from her moment. Every picture, everything that you see from her big first time Emmy win is going to involve him lying on the ground. And so she was asked right after the show how she felt about it. And she said, you know, well, Jimmy and I are friends. The internet might feel differently. I haven't, you know, checked it yet or whatever. And so last night she was on Jimmy Kimmel and he issued her an apology. And at first he started it off by being like, I'm sorry if you felt that way. But then he kind of like caught himself and then was like, but I'm sorry because I did do this. And so she accepted his apology. It turns out they're friends in real life and they've known each other for a while. So it was just a really bad joke.
Yeah.
Bummer. That just sounds awkward. I didn't see the moment in real time.
You know, I put myself in Jimmy Kimmel's position, right? If Liz and I had won an Emmy, which will never happen, we'll never win anything.
Not with that attitude.
No, if Liz goes up there and she accepts an award and I try to play some comedy on that, you know, the benefit would be that it would benefit our show. They don't have the same show. So it really, you'd have to know their background together as a tie-in. And most people don't understand that. So, you know, I thought it was a little awkward. It was funny, but at the same time, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It was not funny. If Mike tried to upstage me, if I were getting an award, I would set his house on fire.
Like, there will be repercussions.
I'd key his car, give him the stink eye for years. Like, no, I'd be like, excuse me, my moment, please get away.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think that's the thing is there's just, you know, time and a place, dude, to have fun with somebody. And there's the added layer too of Quinta Brunson was, I think, the first Black woman to win an Emmy for comedy writing in a show that she stars on. I mean, Abbott Elementary it's such a funny show. It's such a good show. And when you look at the ongoing issues that Hollywood has had with race, with representation, especially in these award shows, you know, to have a real moment there for her to get up and accept this award, first for her and then first, you know, to really break down some barriers and then to have a white guy laying on the front of the stage, it just, you know, the optics of the whole thing were just like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like, oh, his career's dead and hers is going. Like, it kind of is not a good look for him at all.
It does seem like after having time to absorb it and probably watch what he did, I mean, again, he did apologize.
Right.
He's not defending himself here. He said he was wrong too. So also want to like tip the cap when
good
you
for
admit you're
owning up
wrong
to
for
it.
saying yeah. So there's that as well.
Well, and the other thing is too, I'm sure he knew that Quinta Brunson would be on his show this week after,
Yes,
you know, the
they
whole
were
Emmy
already,
show.
it was already scheduled because she said that in the Emmys press after. She's like, I'm going to be on a show Wednesday. They already had that set up.
Gotcha.
And like she mentioned, they're friends from way back. So,
Yeah.
So
you know.
he easily could have played the joke on his own show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess there's that too.
Right.
All right. Well, speaking of Emmy season, Ted Lasso always cleaning up. You know,
they win a
as
bunch.
of late. What is the future of this show? I don't feel like everybody wants to know, and everybody's like shrug emoji.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So season 3, we know is done, but it hasn't aired yet. It's supposed to come late, like the holiday season, late 2022, maybe early 2023. And so every time you ask someone in an interview, will there be a season 4? They all say, ask Jason Sudeikis. And so that's what they did after the Emmys, after he won for, you know, best leading actor in a comedy series or whatever. And he was like, oh, you know, there's a lot of moving pieces and it's complicated, blah, 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 blah. And so they're not giving us an answer, which leads me to believe there's like a contract negotiation or something that's going on because everybody just keeps pointing back to him like, I mean, it's up to Jason, because it originally was only supposed to run for 3 seasons. But this past Emmy season, the season before, it is cleaned up. It is probably the most successful show that's on Apple's streaming service. They would be foolish not to continue it.
It's always interesting when like the lead actor or the lead kind of creative presence, you know, obviously typically has that much control. And sometimes we see shows now, like I personally, like I think of Schitt's Creek. They went out on top, right?
Yeah.
They were like, no, I'm doing this on my own terms. I'm not doing a seventh
Don't
season.
jump the shark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, maybe it's a situation like that. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's cleaned up.
I don't know. You would think they would need to figure it out, though, because if they're working on season 3 right now, don't you want to know if you're going to kind of tie everything up in a bow and
Yeah.
have a good series finale if you're not going to have a season 4?
Right.
Or maybe like that's the thing. They're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger and then try to get like extra PR out of it and everybody like freaking out, like, no, we need to know what happens. And then from there they can like swoop in as a hero and be like, well, good thing there's a season 4 coming.
Oh, this
Boo
is,
that
yeah.
tactic. Boo that tactic. But it does work.
I mean,
So-
drives me nuts.
yeah.
We're not even going to get season 3 for a few more months here. So they got to leave a little bit of mystery to behold, especially if the series was only planned for 3 seasons. They kind of did the same thing with Ozark, and then they kind of gave us the season 4 and 5 all in the same
Right,
thing, which
right.
didn't kind of hit as well as they thought. So,
Yeah.
you know, maybe they're just being a little bit more strategical about this.
I don't know. We'll
Little
have to see. A little
strategical.
strategical. They're
strategery.
playing coy. Okay. All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Bye, friends.
Yeah.
Bye.